Would you like to fly like a bird? Would you? Would you? Or else, would you like to fly in a helicopter to an unknown land? Would you? Would you? Well, I see all of you like to take the ride of a lifetime. Contest shall. It was a hot and humid summer in November 1986 in the Vavuniya Army base. We were ambling down the road after a heavy physical workout. We were from the Special Forces. As I was approaching the main gate, I could see a woman lying on the ground and crying loudly. She was in her mid-30s and clad in a red sari, and there was a small boy clinging onto her arm. Her hair was down and her face was puffed up. Since I did not understand Tamil, I told my friend firstly to see what the problem is. And she was telling firstly, "Sir, my husband was abducted last night, sir, by an armed gang, and they're asking for a ransom of 5 lakhs. Otherwise they're going to kill him by tomorrow. So for the sake of my children, please rescue my husband. So please rescue." It was a heart-rendering plea. This was a serious situation because it was only last week that another person was abducted and he was killed because the ransom could not be paid. We rushed to where our boss, General Hettiaraj, was. He looked up as we were approaching. Firstly, I thought you were playing cricket on a Sunday morning. Firstly, he's crazy about cricket. We call him Dot Bradbury. Firstly, explain the situation to the general. "Sir, a Mudalal has been abducted last night, sir, and they are asking for a ransom of 5 lakhs or they are going to kill him tomorrow, sir." General was furious. "Okay, we must rescue the Mudalali as soon as possible, but we can't use the ground route because they will get to know. And therefore, we have to do an air mobile raid to rescue the Mudalali." An air mobile raid? Both myself and Firstly looked at each other. We have practiced, but we have never done an air mobile raid. Suddenly, the general turned towards me and said, "Raj, I want you to take up this mission. Quickly rescue the Mudalali, but ensure that no civilians are hurt around the place." I was amazed. I was elated because we are going to create history. This would be the first air mobile raid in the Sri Lankan military. I rushed to where my men were. My deputy, Sergeant Mamadua. I told Sergeant Mamadua, "Sergeant Mamadua, we have to rescue Mudalali before he gets killed by tomorrow. We are going to do an air mobile raid to rescue him." Sergeant Mamadua was like, "Sir, an air mobile raid? So we have practiced but never done one in real life." I told Sergeant Mamadou, "Sergeant Mamadou, yes, now you are going to do one. Now get your men ready before the Mudalali gets killed. I'll see you in the airport in 30 minutes. As we were approaching the airport, a helicopter was already there with his rotors running wildly with a thud-thud sound. My heart too was beating even with a bigger thud-thud sound. We boarded the helicopter. I looked around. My men. There was tension and apprehension written all over their faces. Soon, the helicopter took off like a big bird into the sky, and it was flying closer to the rooftops and the treetops, barely touching its belly. In about 5 minutes' time, we approached a huge banana cultivation with a house in the middle. And I could see about 5 men rushing out of the house. The pilot, as if by instinct, got the helicopter down and hovered about 4 feet above the ground. And we quickly jumped out, and already the fire was coming towards us. I told Sergeant Mamadou, "Sergeant Mamadou, you take the guys in the jungle, I am going for the house." As we were approaching the house, there was a hail of bullets coming towards us. And in about 20 meters, suddenly 2 men bolted out of the house and we got them down. There was mayhem all around. The cutting of the bullets, the thundering blast of the grenades, and men shouting to each other. Suddenly, everything came to a standstill. There was silence all around. I was approaching the house with my weapon ready to shoot. Suddenly a man appeared on the doorway and I almost shoot him. He was wearing a blood-drenched sarong and a banyan. There was a big gash in his forehead and there was blood running down his face. And he was murmuring as he came out, "Romba Nandri sir, Romba Nandri, Andavane, Andavane," which meant in English, "God bless sir, thank you sir, thank you." Soon we were on a truck and going back to our base. I looked around. My men, the tension and apprehension was gone from their faces. Instead, they were smiling and joking like a bunch of school kids. And the Mudalari too was smiling despite the horrific ordeal he underwent a couple of hours back. I too was a relieved man for two reasons. One, we managed to achieve our mission of capturing the Mudalari intact with great success. Two, we lived the motto of Special Forces, that is, determined, dared and done. We all face challenges in our life once in a while that could jolt us from our comfort zones. So therefore, dare to face them and raise the bar for you and for people around you.